Bienvenidos a Spanglish Confessions.
Bienvenidos. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo andamos?
Andamos bien.
Okay.
Speaking of family toxicity, what is our topic for today, Viri?
Son las toxicity of the family, la
Toxicity of
dinámica de la familia. La dinámica en las familias, whether it's toxic, whether it's, basically mostly toxic,
Like,
you know.
en que, como la familia, um, se cubre entre ellos, or like, they don't accept la toxicidad, and then
Mhm,
the person that speaks out on it or anything like that, like, son los malos de la familia, son los rebeldes, the black sheep,
mhm.
if you will. Um, y cosas así, where it's like, ay, es bien rebelde, o ya no nos habla, ay, ¿qué le
Mhm,
pasaría? And you're sitting there like, well, I can tell you why, but
mhm.
luego te dicen,
Maybe you should
calladita
ask
te ves,
yourself. Uh-huh.
ujú, calladita te ves más bonita, and it's like, ¿y si yo quiero rezongar? ¿Y si no estoy de
Mhm,
acuerdo con lo que dices, no puedo opinar, o qué?
mhm.
Jesus. But,
And exactly, and it's like now si opinas or you say something, you're the malcriada, or
ujú,
you're this, you're that, so it's like, no, actually I'm just stating the facts, pero pues,
pero
you
pues,
know.
cada quien. I was like,
Mhm,
I don't know about growing up, where your family was always like, este, ¿qué va a decir la gente? That was a
mhm.
big, pero ¿qué va a
And
decir
I
la
know we've
gente?
talked about this before, like, but siempre, I feel like it's such a common thing, like, ¿qué va a decir la gente?
Ujú. Y
That's a
eso
huge thing.
y eso lo usan para cubrir cualquier pendejada que hayan hecho, and stuff like, pero ¿qué va a decir la gente? Mejor cállate, calla, o ¿cómo era? What does your mom say? Like,
Oye, calla.
oye, y calla. Yeah.
Yeah.
For us, it was like, cállate, escucha y cállate. Like, no digas nada. And it's
Ujú.
like,
Calladita te miras más bonita. Pues, ¿qué
and
tal que si no
sometimes,
me quiero ver bonita, yo quiero abrir al hocicote que Dios me dio y no verme bonita? I want to defend myself because I can. And I'm sorry if me speaking out means like, oh, like, ya se enojó. Or it's always that too, like when you speak out, it's like, ay, mira, ya se enojó. Or is it obvio que ya me enojé.
me estás juzgando, pendeja. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean que si yo me enojé o
Yeah,
no?
and it's like it brings so much anger because it's like you're so like acostumbrada, or like you're grown up to be like cállate, just listen and be quiet.
And just take it.
Nobody's asking for your opinion, just quiet. Yeah, something bad happens to you, it's okay, ya pasó, ay, así ya, cállate, no digas nada. Why?
Yeah, and you're like, especially, I
That's
don't
why I'm
know,
such a little person and I'm mad all the time because I've been told, cállate, cállate, cállate. No me quiero callar, chingada madre.
yeah, y si quiero opinar, like, ¿qué tiene de malo? God, like, I don't know. Like, growing up, like, I guess it was a lot of, like, ¿qué va a decir la gente? More so than cállate. Because I was a shy kid anyway, so I didn't really speak
Hmm.
out. But when I did speak out, it was like, oh, you can't say that. Like,
Hmm.
it was really like, "Ay, Stephanie, ¿por qué dices eso? Like, why
Uh,
would you say that?" But it's stuff that I've observed over time, and I'm like, I should probably call the cops.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I don't get, I don't know. It's just like La Familia is so weird, and I'm kind of glad my family's not like that as much anymore. Or it was never like too much like that. But I've seen families where it's like very bad, where it's like,
Mhm.
you guys live like this, like,
Yeah.
and it's literally like almost unido de víboras. Not to like be judgmental, but it kind of is. And my family se agarraba madrazos, and then they call it a day,
I
the
know.
huge. But
Yeah.
yeah,
A casual
no,
Tuesday.
yeah, and it was never like in my immediate family. It was more
Mhm.
like, ¿cómo se llama? Como el primo del primo and stuff like that. It was
Mhm.
never like my immediate family, thank God, as much. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thankful that like first growing up for me it was always like, oh, oye kaya, like we were so like big in our family, and like we would always have like our uncles and aunts and everybody, cousins and everybody over. And which was a nice way to grow up and stuff, but then also like for the longest time since I was little, you were just like, oh, oye kaya, like, one of my uncles would say a dumb comment or something dumb, and it's like automatically my mom, it's okay, escucha, like, nomás oye kaya, it's fine, whatever. And then and como dices, like I was a shy girl too, like I was a shy little girl, so I mean I was like, okay, okay, okay. And then until it came up to like maybe high school or something, te estás poniendo un poquito más rebelde. And I was like, finally, like, and that time, I feel like what happened with my family, or like, I mean, at least me growing up, and like my mom, for example, where her, whether her, I mean, where her mentality or like kind of changed a little bit was because it my like siblings, everybody moved out. Like boom, everybody moved out, and it was literally
Right.
just my mom and my dad and myself. And so I was like, ooh, how are we gonna do this? Like I was never like one on one with my mom. Obviously, I was growing up, and like I had a good relationship with my mom, but there it was like, okay, now it's just us three. Like I was able to actually build a relationship with my mom,
Right.
and where I told her, you know what, I don't want to oír y callar. I'm done because I started defendiéndome and like, hey, if
Mhm.
somebody would say a dumb comment, I would be like, no, actually, this and that, trying to be respectful, but also like when you, regardless if you're trying to be respectful or what you say, it always comes out as ira que malcriada, or like, ay, mira ese que hocicona o esto y lo otro. Like it comes little comments when it's like, no, I'm actually not trying to be malcriada. I'm not trying to be hocicona. I'm just actually just trying to talk and defend myself here for once. So, it was nice that like I was able to change in that way. And also like my mom, I had a conversation with my mom. I was like, no, like it's been going for so long or whatever that like let me speak what I need to speak. And yeah, I mean, now I say what I gotta say, and
Ya no te quedas
freely.
callada. Because, yeah,
Uh-huh.
for me, it got a little confusing because it was like, no te dejes unless
Ex-
it's the family.
yes.
It's like, what the fuck do you
So
mean?
it's
And
like,
like,
wait a minute, ¿me dejo o no me dejo?
yeah, like what is this?
Yeah.
Like, me dejo, no me dejo, me
Mm-hmm.
defiendo, no me defiendo. And then
Mm-hmm.
it was like, pues defiéndete. And it's like, te
Pero si me
defiendes. And it's like,
defiendo,
you
me
took it too far.
regañas. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, oh, you took it too far. And it's like, well, ¿qué quieren que haga? Like mejor
Mm-hmm.
me callo si no quieren ofenderse. And I feel like it's for me and then one of my cousins, like yeah, they're like, you guys are so similar. Se aguardan todo, pero cuando explotan dicen todo. And it's like, that's a trauma response because we're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, me callé, and then me decidí defender, and then all of a sudden everybody's upset. Like, why are you
Yeah.
crying? Why are
Yeah.
you crying? And it's
Exactly.
it's very like that. And me and her have like a lot in common, and we're
Mm-hmm.
both the oldest. Where it was like we got the first part of our parents being like, cállate, no
Mm-hmm.
digas nada, and then we got the part where they finally had other children, and it's like, oh, pues defiéndete. And it's like
Mm-hmm. Exactly, because it's those mixed signals. Pues defiéndete, pero no te defiendas así. And it's like,
ah,
okay, then ¿cómo me defiendo?
a madrazos
You know?
afuera, like what the fuck?
But we actually do have a little story that Stephanie's gonna read to us that somebody shared with us. So, and then we'll go into that. It's similar to what we're talking. So I think that would be awesome. That would be great too. Just jump in there.
The person wrote, when I was a little kid, I would get scolded all the time for not looking adults in the eye when I was saludando. And one time, an uncle told my mother that she is raising a brat because I wouldn't look him in the eye when shaking his hand. I was a really shy kid. I always felt like I was a terrible kid for that. And now, as an adult with my own children, anytime my children and I go somewhere, I give them the freedom to either shake the person's hand, wave, or just say hi when a family member tries and say that they're rude for not wanting to hug them or say hi the way that they want them to saludar. I just have my children's back and respect their own boundaries because I don't want them to feel like they had to do what anyone else tells them to do or act a certain way just because a person wants them to act that way. So, okay. So that was just like a little short like snippet, but um I feel like this person is right. Like they when they were little, like it's very like como estábamos diciendo, like saludas, like si tu tía te quiere dar un beso, dale un beso. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this person, I'm little, like I
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable doing that. And then for them to turn and be like, ay, qué mal criado. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a kid, like they're shy, like I know that when I was little I was also very shy and I didn't feel comfortable saludando de abrazo or a kiss. Like my family was never like a kiss kind of person. We never kissed.
Mm-hmm.
But like Dios, like I don't know you. Like I
Yeah.
no te he visto. Why the fuck would I give you a hug? And they was like, oh, pues dale un abrazo a tu tío. And it's like, and now
Ah,
like
thank you.
hi. And now, as an adult, like with my little cousins, like obviously they don't know me that much, and
Mm-hmm.
like no convivo con ellos too much, so me conocen de vista. So whenever like la saludo, like de mano si quieren, or just a wave, like and then they're like, oh, dale un abrazo a tu prima, and it's like, no, like I was like, si no quieres está bien,
It's
like
okay.
there's not
Mm-hmm.
no hay problema, like
Yeah.
hola, like I'm also not a hugger, so I'm like, don't hug me,
Yeah.
please don't touch me. I don't know you.
Yeah,
But
and
like I would never hazte para allá, chamaco.
literally, no,
No,
no
but
te me
it's like
acerques.
no, but like if the kid doesn't want to, like I'm not gonna be
Hmm.
like, oh, que mal pedo. It's just like
Hmm.
they don't
No.
know me. I don't know them that good. Like don't
Hmm.
force them to do something they don't want to do.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, and for us was very common, like, oh, saludas de abrazo y beso, and if it was always like that. So like, I understand that, now that you have your children, and it's nice that you're able to avoid that for your child, just because you're just trying to protect your child too, like I feel like since little kids don't have much of a say, or si no quieren hacer algo, luego, ay, pinche chico malcriado. O, ay, mira nomás how bratty or whatever. And it's no, it's actually not like that. Mi niño nomás te quiere decir hi, hello de acá. That's fine.
Mhm.
Obviously hay una diferencia de entre que sean malcriados y otra de que en realidad, pues, nomás te está diciendo hi así en buena onda, Because there are some people and chiquitillos que sí son malcriados, ¿verdad? Que te quedas like,
Mhm.
ay, no, ya no quiero, or this and that. But there's nothing wrong with just like, hi, hello, así nomás, just wave and say hello, or just, hola, ¿cómo están? Y así de fácil. But I think it's great. I think it's great for this, this person that like now you're able to, whatever a trauma was for you, it was like that's the way that you were brought up, and unfortunately, you were always with that mentality like, oh, she's bratty, or like, oh, que malcriado, lo que sea. You're able to avoid that for your kids. So I think that's great that you're able to, like, break a chain, like, a
Mhm.
generational chain, like you're able to do that with your kid as you please. And I think that's nice. I,
Yeah,
I really
it's
like
nice.
that for us.
Like giving your kids that freedom to choose of like a hug or un abrazo, or
Hmm.
however they feel comfortable. Obviously, I feel like kids have a different level of like feeling like comfortable. Like una cosa es like estar con tus abuelos, and it's like, oh, pues los conozco and hug
Hmm.
and kiss, but una cosa es saludar al primo de un tío que you barely see and you only see them on Christmas,
Yeah, like obviously
so
you're not gonna feel as comfortable. It's like even like now, like why are we even going that far? Like, if you're not comfortable hugging somebody that you see once a year, maybe once every 10 years, why do you expect your kid to be comfortable doing that? Like be
exactly.
be serious, and it's like, oh, then you're so, I don't know, you're so worried with like the whole, oh, ¿qué va a decir la gente? Que te valga lo que va a decir la gente. La gente siempre va a estar hablando bueno y malo, así que.
Like, no le pongas
So.
importancia and take care of your own. I don't know. That's just the
Mhm,
way I see it. But that's just like I feel like that's like level hasta abajo the toxicity of how bad families can be.
mhm.
Because
How do you
like
feel? Sorry, how do you feel about like, okay, so how do you feel the word, pues así soy? Así soy yo. Toxic or not
mm,
toxic?
así soy yo. I feel like the way I take that is very like I'm not willing to work through my traumas or my toxic behavior. So you have to accept as I am. Pero si no lo aceptas como soy, I get mad. So I take it as a red flag. As así
Mhm.
soy yo. And it's like you're not
But
even willing
why?
to put in the
Yeah.
work. You're not willing to take the feedback. That's your own trauma to fix, but I'm not gonna
Mhm.
entertain it. That's how I take it. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard that before. Pues así soy. And it's like,
Ajá. Pues no tienes que
well,
ser así, you know?
no. Yeah, and I feel like I've been also like, well, that's how I am, but
Mhm.
also at the same time, like I feel like I say it more in a joking way, more so than a serious way. Like if somebody's bringing up to my attention, like, oh, you're like this, and when you do this, you hurt other people. I feel like I do take it serious, but there's points where I'm like, ah, pues así soy, like oh like I feel like one of the things that my family judges the most is my facial expressions. I feel like I'm
Mhm.
very my eyebrows
You're
give me
very
away.
expressive. Uh-huh.
Where I'm like if I don't like something I won't say anything but I'll be like
Mhm.
or like si alguien dice something out of pocket like my eyebrows automatically shoot up like I'm like
Mhm.
but and they're
But see,
like
that's
oh
literally like así eres, because that's just like how your
that's
face is
just who I am.
functioning.
I've tried to fix it. I try to be serious, but I
Yeah.
can't like así soy. And it's like, pues así soy. It's just mi cara. Like I can't fix my
Uh-huh.
face.
Yeah.
I'll get Botox, but
Have no
like
expression. Yeah, but like just, like the whole así soy yo is just, it just sucks in a way, like how people are like that. I feel like cuando nomás contestas, oh, pues es que así soy yo. Like,
mhm,
qué mala onda de que no estás tratando de mejorar a ti o mejorar tu situación con las otras personas. Because, okay, yes, I get it. Así eres tú o lo que sea, chingón.
Yeah.
And if you're happy with how you are, okay, nice. But if other people are telling you like, hey, well, I mean, óyeme, te estoy tratando de tener una conversación así en serio
Mhm.
o lo que sea, y tú nomás sales, pues, ay, es que así soy yo, así soy, ¿qué quieres que haga? Like,
Mhm.
okay, obviamente mira cómo te estás poniendo a la defensiva, y yo, I think me personally, I'm at the point where if that's así es como me contestas, I'll be like, okay, no, pues sí, así eres tú. And that's it. That's all I needed to hear. And the way that I'm going to move forward with my relationship with you is, sí, hombre, como tú quieras, chingón, ¿verdad? Pero nunca voy a poder tener esa relación otra vez así o tener una conversación como tiene que ser, de que, yeah, hay que tratar de mejorarnos. And I feel like eso es lo que me caga ahora de la gente. It's like, that why don't we try to better ourselves? It's like we're never the problem. Yes, we are. Sometimes we are the problem. Sometimes we are the issue. So it's like instead of just saying like, yes, you know what? I need to figure it out or tengo que ver, trabajar entre mí mismo, lo que sea. Pero no somos buenos para hacer eso. Vaya, en vez de decir, tengo que trabajar yo entre mí mismo, eso o lo que sea, no, no somos buenos para hacer eso. But I mean, that's what it is. But unfortunately, I mean, that's also a toxic behavior.
Yeah, it really is because it's like una cosa is like, oh, así soy yo, like, but it's like tu comportamiento. Like when somebody is actually trying to have like a serious conversation with you and your first instinct is to be like, así soy yo, that's a red flag. That is
Mm-hmm.
something you need to work on because como tú dices, that to the other person, that's just like, I now know not to have these conversations with you and my
Mm-hmm.
relationship is not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And for me personally, like, si alguien me dice, pues así soy yo a la defensiva, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, I'm gonna put a wall in our relationship. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to move forward with you. And best of luck, but I don't want to be around your negativity, um your spirituality, whatever the thing you might have. I don't want to be around it. Around that energy, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And it's only for your sake, like if you already know, like, okay, pues con esta persona no se va a poder hablar de otra forma, then that's cool. And if you don't want to like be in that, you know,
Hmm.
toxic that share that toxicness or anything with that person, you don't have to. You really don't
Hmm.
have to. So it is what it is, but
It is what it is. But yeah, and that's I feel like that's even like that's not even that much toxicity, but like it is toxic in the family because ese comportamiento se lo pasas a tus hijos and you use that excuse and then luego I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes I'll see like families and stuff where I'm like, damn, nido de víboras, because todas son así de, así soy yo, así somos. And then as soon as they walk away from each other, they talk shit
mm-hmm.
about each other. And it's like, holy crap, I don't want to have a relationship with you because as soon as you walk away from me, you're going
Mm-hmm.
to talk shit about me. No,
Exactly.
gracias. I don't fuck
Yep.
with that. I fuck with people who want to grow. They're like, I used to be this way, but now I'm
Yeah.
not.
Uh-huh.
So like, oh,
Yeah.
dang, like,
Because I
yeah.
feel like, yeah, growing up, you were always like born into or like raised or seeing that or lo que sea, that's just a common thing. And then you grow up, and it's like, actually, that's not a common thing. It shouldn't be like that. Like, why is it que al segundo de que yo me vaya de tu casa, me voy a poner a hablar mal de ti y tú a hablar mal de mí?
Mhm.
Así que it's like, I think it's nice where now I feel like we are more exposed or more open and willing to,
Yeah.
um, call ourselves out and wanting to change for the better for ourselves, because I know, like, definitely, I mean, in the past I've been that way, where it's like, I know, pues es que esto y lo otro, and it's like now catching myself where it's like, wow, I'm not following that, I'm not doing that, I'm not following in those steps that, like, es siempre puro chisme, puro mitote, puras cosas negativas. It's like, no, actually, si no tengo nada bueno que hacer, I'm gonna just shut up.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna shut up because I really don't care for that. Me talking bad about you is not going to make me feel any better. And if that's what you have to do to make somebody else feel bad so you could feel good, you're a piece of shit. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
because that's not
And
how it should be.
and I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like obviously I still love the chisme. I still love like
Duh.
listening and being shocked, but I don't like to spread it, like it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. And then it's also like,
Hmm.
okay, well that's you, girl. Like
Hmm.
I'm like and
Yeah.
it's like a work in progress. Like obviously I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I've never done it. I'm not like that anymore. but I try to be better about it. Like if I do say something, I'm not gonna like I'll be like, damn, like I shouldn't have said that, or damn, like maybe I should stop talking because I don't know what they're going through. You know, it's like working that. It's an everyday kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's not like just a,
Yeah.
"Yo no soy
Yeah.
así, I'm perfect, soy la Inmaculada
Exactly.
Concepción." Like, no, like I still make mistakes. I still judge. I still do everything. But the thing behind it is I try to be better about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, like,
Yeah.
yo solita,
And being mindful that you catch yourself, which I think is
yeah,
huge. You catch yourself and be like, no, I'm being ugly right now. I don't want to be ugly,
yeah,
Or
like,
like,
I'm
why am
so
I saying
ugly.
like this? Where is it coming from? Like, why am I so mad? Like, and it's most of the time, it's like, just banter. Like, ¿quién no le gusta el chisme, here and there, or whatever. Like, I know we're just like, hey, guess what, But, but also it's just, depending on how you're willing to get that, receive that information and then spread it, that's another thing,
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
another
that's a
thing.
huge thing. And
Y
it's
si
like
le agregas
happiness.
más y no sé qué tanto, así se hacen los chismes and,
Yeah.
but,
And it's like I'd rather not be like I'd rather be like in the moment like shocked and then be like
hmm
my thing is like I forget about it by the end of the day.
I know.
Like I'll
Yeah.
listen to it and then somebody asks me like a week later I'll be like I don't fucking remember.
Yeah. Like,
Because
neta, ¿me lo
most
juras?
it's like I feel like most of it is like no es mi vida, so I don't really care.
hmm
Like it's not my life to judge, it's not my life. Like good for
Yeah.
you, do what you have to do, that's you. But um yeah, like I wouldn't want like for me it's like I wouldn't want someone talking about me like that, so why would I
hmm
do it? Sometimes like I'll be like talking shit or be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But then I'm like, am I jealous of this person?
Yeah.
Am I jealous?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, God damn, I am jealous. I need to do better. Like I
Uh-huh.
need to do better for myself because I'll be like, I'm being ugly. Go
Hey,
Stu, I'm being
but
ugly.
yeah, but kudos to you for calling yourself out. And see, that's
Mhm,
the difference. I feel like that is ay, aquí, the blind leading the blindness, eh? Aquí defendiéndonos a nosotros, pero a todo el mundo. No, no, no,
mhm,
no. But like I do get that though. Like you're wanting to and you're willing to call yourself out and be like, hey, wait a minute, check yourself. Am I being ugly? Like, is it, why am I acting like this? And I think that's so nice because it's like now we're actually willing to call ourselves out, and I think
mhm.
that's a great way. It shows like growth. It shows like you want to be a better person and you want to mejorarte a ti. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'll be like, my mom's a veces se le sale. She's been working on it really hard, and
Mm-hmm.
kudos to her. She's done a lot of growth recently,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes she still do it. I'll be like, why are you being ugly right
Tienes.
now? I was
Ajá.
like, ¿y a ti qué? Like, piensa, o sea. And she's like, and then she'll think about it. She's like, oh, pues sí, ¿verdad? And I'm like, yeah, girl, like, chill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, like, don't be involving yourself in people's
Mm-hmm.
lives. Like, think about what, like, it's fun. Like I said, it's fun. El chisme is chisme, and weedy
Mm-hmm.
weedy is fun,
Yeah.
but it's what you do with that information. Like, you're not spreading it around, and you're reflecting, why am I being ugly? Why am I judging?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then te digo, I'll catch myself like, oh my gosh, I'm jealous of this person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Like, that's all that's happening. And then
Like I'm just being a hater
sometimes,
because I low key wanna, you're obviously craving something from that person or something. But
mhm. And
but
even
yeah,
like my own husband be like, are you jealous? I mean, he'll call me out on my shit, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. I want
I
what
think
they
I am.
have.
Yeah.
I want what they have, and I'm being ugly right now because I'm just acting out of anger.
Hmm.
So it's like it's good to know, and it's a good growth, and like you see yourself in a different light, and you give yourself grace. Like,
Hmm.
okay, let's be better next time. So
Yeah.
there's that.
But
Okay.
that's good.
Oh, that was inspiration. That's enough inspiration for you guys. That's enough. Next time it's a
Yeah.
$50 charge.
Enough therapy here. Anyways, so another thing, I know like another common toxic thing that may not seem as toxic is a little bit like las relaciones entre los hombres, right?
Oh my gosh, don't get me started.
So what do you think? Like I know you could maybe go more into like detail as what I mean as, con los hombres.
Okay. So what I think you mean is like cómo la familia trata a los hombres versus cómo trata a sus mujeres.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the Hispanic household. I don't know what the fuck it is, but what I used to see more so when I was younger is like las mujeres en la cocina y los hombres sentadotes en la sala o en el comedor, esperando que
Yeah.
les sirvan. And like growing up, like when we would go to like a family party and stuff, like they'll be like, Stephanie, vete a ver qué se ocupan en la cocina.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, yo quiero jugar con mis primos allá afuera. Why the fuck am I going in the kitchen? Why do my primos get to go play? But it was just the girls, like, oh, pónganse a
Yeah.
ayudar a la cocina. Tú ponte a ayudarle a tu vieja, ¿yo qué? That's your wife, man.
Yeah, and it's like, why?
Ella
You know,
tiene
because
que
it's like, oh, el hombre sí,
yeah.
allá, allá en chadote and everything. And yeah, like
Uh-huh.
growing up, I only have one brother. You do too, but
Mhm.
like in my family, you know, like we have somos un chingo de mujeres y un hombre, right? So like for
Mhm.
us, it's like my brother, dude. Oh, I'm gonna call myself out. I'm gonna be like, oops, sorry, ma. But like my brother was the only one, right? And with five girls, you know, so it's like, ay, pobrecito, he had to deal with you
Oh my
guys.
god.
Que pobrecito que ni que nada. He had the biggest room for one person. We had to share a room. It was myself. At that time, it was like my older sister. She wasn't living with us. She was already married and stuff.
Mhm.
But it was literally us four, like four girls in one room sharing it, mid-sized room, my parents in their bedroom, and then my brother in the biggest room. Sir, you don't need a big room. ¿Pa qué? Sácate, quítanos. Give me the room. Anyway, so then
Yeah.
we moved and then to another house and everything. And then same thing. He would always have the biggest bedroom. We all had to share freaking amontonadas and everything. And it's like, why? Why does this guy? One time, let me tell you, one time my mom was always kind of like strict, right? And
Mhm.
like to us, you know, like more to the girls, obviously, like, oh, tienen que hacer esto, pónganse a hacer esto, or this and this and that. But one time my brother, he wanted to get a tattoo in his back
Mhm.
for the longest time. He wanted to get a tattoo, whatever, whatever. And then he gets home one day, and I remember he was in my room. That my sister, one of my sisters, and myself, we shared a room. So he was in
Mhm.
my room. He got home and he was in my room,
Mhm.
and he came in. He's like, "Dile a mi mamá que venga." And I remember my mom made freaking tacos dorados. You know, tacos dorados are hard. Keep this in mind, okay? They're hard and crunchy.
Okay.
And so my dice, "Oh, dile a mi mamá que venga." I'm like, "Tú dile." But I was the youngest sister, so I siempre, you know, like me mandaban and I would go, right? So
Mhm.
I go, oh, but I was like, why? What do you want to show her? Because I'm a little chismosa, you know? And then
Mhm.
me enseña, and he sticks out his tongue, and he got a freaking tongue piercing. And I was like, what? My mom's about to whoop your ass right now. Ama, you know?
Oh my
And
god.
and I was like, wait a minute. I thought you wanted to get a back piece or whatever, you know, like a tattoo.
Uh-huh.
So my brother ended up backing out from his tattoo. So he ended up, you know, getting a tongue pierce. His tongue pierced.
Isn't that worse?
Well, I mean, you remove it and it's done, right? And then so I call my mom, you know, I go and I'm like, oh, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, cause my mom was always like anti, you know, anti tattoos, anti like piercings like that and everything. So my mom comes up and she's like, my brother, he was like, oh, le quiero enseñar algo. And my mom's like, a ver, ¿qué te hiciste? You know? Y pues ya
Uh-huh.
le saca la lengua y le enseñó a mi mamá y mi mamá, ay, vaya a creer. That's it. ¿Cómo que vaya a creer? Girl, I was so pissed. I was like, that's it. And she
That's
had made tacos dorados, right? And then he's like, ay, pues es que, or something. My mom was like, ¿y ahora qué vas a comer? Hice tacos dorados, van a estar duros, no puedes comer eso. Déjate hago una sopita. Girl,
get
una
the fuck out of
sopita.
here.
I was like,
Oh my
there's no way
god.
you're gonna make a freaking sopita for this man. He can
Did he
make it for
make it?
himself. My mom made the sopita for him. I was like, no manches. Fuera yo or fuera one of my sisters,
No,
she would have been
tanta
pissed.
madriza que nos meten, dude.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God. And I was like, can you believe that? That's crazy. That's crazy work. Like, why?
Yeah.
So yeah, so like fast forward a few years, you know, then I ended up getting my first tattoo.
Mhm.
And I ended up getting it as soon as I turned 18, I think. Well, a few months after I turned 18. Stupid. Now I covered it up and it's long gone, but whatever. So I
Mhm.
got my first tattoo and I waited, right? I waited obviously like maybe like a month. Wait. Hold on before I go to the story. But wait, I forgot to say something about my brother just to expose him a little more. So what was so fucked up? Y me da risa, and I was like, "Wow, you suck." Was because all of that, right? Because obviously, you know, your tongue piercing has to heal. My brother ended up getting like I think like a cold, and he does get like really bad coughs.
Mhm.
And so honestly, he went through all that pain for nothing because he ended up taking it out y ya no lo tiene. So ni le duró. I don't even remember. Pero ni le duró como ni una semana o dos, dude. I was like, qué
That's so
vergüenza,
embarrassing
amigo.
for him.
Aguántate at least for like, you know, for para decir que pues you got
You
it.
know. Para
But
decir que lo tuviste, you know? Literally 3 weeks later or some shit.
but that's why, dude, I don't
Not
know.
even
That's
the
why
healing.
He didn't even let it heal. And like that's what me caga. I hate saying it like this, but me when men are in pain, I laugh. I laugh. I think it's so funny
No
because
wonder.
no aguantan. Like literally no aguantan. Like girl, I literally was on my period for 22 days this month, okay? 22 days. So tell me, like, you would not last a freaking week. Not even when you're getting the butt cramps, all cramps, back cramps, everything. A freaking random spasm in your boob, and all of a sudden you're in pain. You would not no aguantarían, you know?
No, no, they would. They honestly wouldn't. Like, not to expose our brothers or what. Like, I have the Flow app, so I kind of track
Yeah.
my stuff. And I was like, I don't know what we were talking about, like pain and stuff, because my brother had recently been sick. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sick, and my body hurts, and blah blah
Mhm.
blah." And it's like, "You're fine. You're
Yeah.
literally fine." And so we were talking about our periods, and I was like, because my sister's like she's very like women
Hmm.
first.
Hmm.
And she's like, we're literally on our periods and we're in pain and we have cramps in our booty holes and in our
Hmm.
stomachs and you guys wouldn't do it. And my brother's like, well, how long is a period? Like, he's like, isn't it like 3 days? And we're like, for some lucky ones.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, look, like I showed him my chart and I was like, I was like TMI. But like, this is literally the only days I have normal. And it was like a week or two, maybe. And
Hmm.
he's like, oh my God, so you guys are like normal for like a week? I was like,
Yes.
yes. He's like, that would explain why. He's like, sometimes Ellie will come and she eats everything in the house.
Yeah. Like sometimes I'm
None of
munching
our
on
sisters same.
everything, dude. Oh, literally like everything. Like I'm a big snacker and I'm like, if my husband doesn't want to snack with me, then I feel so bad. Like, me está llamando gorda.
Yeah.
It's not me, I promise. It's not me. It's like a part of me. So come
Mhm.
on, have
Just
some
eat
with
with
me.
me. And it's like,
And
I
I'm
get
like,
what you want. Then they're like, well, what do you want to eat? And it's like, a little bit of everything.
yeah,
How do you,
can I have it all?
like a chicken alfredo with a burger and fries, and then can we get a milkshake? And then can we get a bubble tea? But you can't say that.
Literally. Yeah. That's what I want to say, but I don't say that. I'm like,
Say it. I'm
whatever
just
you
like, I'm
want.
hungry.
I know. But no, dude. So yeah, I mean, it's like very different, But I don't know. It just killed me. I had to say that about my brother.
That's so funny. Well, kudos to your brother for
For
having it.
nothing.
I don't know.
For nothing. Don't even give him kudos. He don't need it. No se lo merece.
Ay, no, no, no. That's so funny.
But
Pero
but
así
yeah.
son. Pero así son las mamás con sus hijos. Así son con
Yes.
ellos.
Okay, going back to that toxicness, yes. The
Yes.
mothers create that.
A mi príncipe nadie lo toque. Ellas son abogadas, defensoras, nurses for their sons. Ah, pero uno se
Literally.
enferma. Hazte algo de comer.
Mhm.
Hazte
Hazte
algo.
un tecito. Hazte un tecito. Hazte
Házmelo
esto. Hazte lo
más.
otro. Girl, do it for me.
Ah, no,
Yeah,
pero
but
sus
like,
hijos, I don't know if they ever came to you, but like, before it was like, ya calienta las tortillas a tu papá.
oh yeah.
Man, that's your man. You can his tortillas the fuck.
He's my father. You're her
I
husband.
know I sound like a
You're
huevona,
his
like I
wife.
didn't want to do anything, but I was literally a kid, so it's
Yeah.
like that's your man, dude. Like,
Yeah.
¿por qué lo estoy sirviendo yo?
From one side and te estás
Oh,
cortando.
like that.
Yeah, because you move more on one side. Yeah, there you
Oh, I'm okay. Sorry.
go.
Sorry for my mistakes.
Sorry, it's okay, sorry. Stay in frame, girl.
It's just
No, but
okay.
yeah, it's like, así también nosotros, like, we would always, like, so at the house, like, it was only two guys. So it was literally two men, my
Mhm,
dad and my brother, right? And so they never picked up their plate. They never served their plate. They never calentar tortillas, never washed the dishes. None of that. That's what we were there for. Like, oh, para calentar las tortillas, para servirles y todo eso. Then, things changed. Obviously, like now my dad, obviously, like it's un poco diferente. It's now him and my mom, obviously, but like lava los trastes, sea comida, hacer de comer, or cositas así. But I'm like, wow, that's like a good 180 or 360 or whatever that saying is.
yeah.
Because you later, like I mean, past when or whatever, you would never see that, because it's always like so machismo. Like, no, los hombres se van a trabajar, los hombres hacen esto, hacen el otro, y las mujeres ahí están para servirles.
Mhm.
And
And
it's
it's
like,
not And like
Yeah.
maybe that works in el rancho, or maybe that
Mm-hmm.
works if the wife is like at home all day, si no trabaja, okay, te la paso a little bit, like because raising kids is hard. I
Yeah,
babysat and bitch, I don't know how they have time to do everything because your girl be struggling.
literally. I'm
And
like,
like I feel like that works if it's like you're bringing in all the money, tú vas a trabajar todo el día. But if she's working too,
mhm,
like if you both are working full-time jobs and you come home and you still expect her to cook, clean, raise the kids or what have you not, I'm sorry, but like that's too much for one person. A ver
yeah.
tú, like that doesn't work. And I'm sorry, but like that is like the culture that's ingrained in our
Mhm.
like what we grew up with, it's ingrained in us like, oh, al hombre se le sirve. And so my husband's white, different culture. So sometimes like when I would first start taking him to family events, I'll be like, sit your ass down and don't get up. I'll serve you. And he'd be like, why? Like I can get my own plate because they're very like creció with his dad helping his mom and all that.
Mhm,
So I'd be like, I can serve myself. I'd be like, no, sit your ass down.
mhm.
Let
Yeah,
me, yo te traigo tu cerveza, yo te traigo tu comida, like I'll
yeah.
bring the, yo te sirvo. And then he'd be like, what the heck? He's like, you don't have to serve me. And then I'll be like, no, I do. Because, they're gonna talk.
Oh yeah, but see, that's the thing that like that was like back when you guys first met, or I mean, when you first brought him into family gatherings and stuff. But now, what's different now about it too? It's like now it's not like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like why? Because you don't care of it. Oh, que dirán? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like now it's very like, oh, like no, he doesn't want anymore, or like even
Hmm.
to this day, my mom be like, pregúntale si quiere esto, sírvele esto. I'm like, I'll be like, babe, do you want this? And be like, no, I'm okay. And be like, no quiere. And be like, sírvele. And it's like he doesn't want any.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he doesn't want any. Like if he says he doesn't want it, he doesn't. Where before I would get mad, where he would say no, I'll be like, because you're making me look bad. But now I'm like,
yeah.
this is
No
my man.
quiere.
He doesn't
Yeah.
expect me to do certain things, and it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. But but yeah, I think that's crazy. Like growing up like that, I feel like the mom creates that, that toxicness, like the difference entre las mujeres y el hombre. Ay, no, mi niñito, mi chiquito, esto, lo que sea. Girl,
Girl,
BFFR
he's
right
a
now.
grown
Like,
ass
he's a
man.
grown
Deja
man.
pelos en
Let
el
him.
culo. Like,
I know, dude. But I'm like, oh my God. Like, even my sisters, like one of my sisters has four boys, right?
oh
So the
my
four
god.
boys, I mean, they all, hey, aquí no hay ninguna niñera. It's like all of you guys got to do chores. All of you guys have to do this. So I'm like, that's nice, but because it's like, no, you're showing them to like want to do everything, know how to do everything. Like si se les antoja un huevito, van a saber hacerse un huevito. So I think that's nice, but it's like would it be different if she had, like, let's say, a girl? Would the responsibility only be to the girl or stuff like that? Which I don't think
Mhm.
so. I don't think my sister would do that.
No.
But
I think like nowadays is very like, well, at least I see it in my family where like my cousins that do have kids, like they're raising very like respectable boys where like les enseñan, like caliéntate tus cosas,
mhm,
hazte de comer. And I really admire my one of my cousins because she has two boys and they're just, like cuando estaban chiquillos eran
mhm,
tremendillos los chamacos, but now like they're very like respectful and she encourages like them to do like their hobbies, and like their dad's very involved, like like oh pues como hombre, like they still have like that masculine
mhm,
like thing, but also like oye, a tu mamá se te respeta, like do
mhm.
clean up after yourself, recoge tus like it's not just like las mujeres, it's very like everybody's
Yeah,
involved. And I see it too with one of my uncles, very old school, and now he's like more like así como I don't know, more patient and more
yeah.
like no, pues hay que respetarlas and
Mhm.
ya no hay que pegarles,
Yeah, yeah,
ya no hay
yeah,
que
yeah.
cortarle a su madre, no, hay que ayudarlas. A mí no como
No, dude, we shouldn't even laugh because it happened before, or like, "Oh, pueda que todavía
I
esté pasando,
know.
¿verdad?" And that's not funny. It's not funny. We're not laughing about
It's
that.
not funny,
We're
no. If you're
laughing at
getting
the
abused,
fact
call
that
911.
Yeah. We're not laughing about that. We're laughing at the fact that it's like como que they're learning too, which is
Mhm.
nice. But it's like, no, nos pasamos de lanza, pues ya no que ser así,
Es que eso
So
no
I
es
think
lo que
that's
hacíamos, no estaba bien. And just
Mhm.
to listen to that is funny in the way of like, I'm so glad you learned, but at the same time, like, why the fuck were you doing it in the first place?
Yeah.
But I think the lesson here is like everybody can change,
Mhm.
and then I appreciate the whole like pues así soy. It's not there anymore.
Yeah. Or
It's
at least it's not
very
being so common, you
mhm.
know? Yeah.
And I feel like it's just breaking generational curses, like they say, because I know I'm not going to raise my kids in certain ways that I was raised,
Hmm.
and like eso de abrazar or body judgment or
Hmm. Yeah.
whatever, or mis
None of that
hijos,
is
like if I have sons,
uh-huh.
yeah, like if I have sons, like I know I'm going to be like, órale cabrón, póngase a hacer un huevito aunque sea una sopita, like,
Hmm.
ponte a limpiar tus cosas, like aquí no hay sirvientas, aquí no hay
Hmm.
sirvientes, so go do your responsibilities, but
Yeah.
at least I hope, because I'm not a
Yeah.
mother, so
Don't worry, I'll hold you accountable.
yeah, I don't know how it's like. Kudos to you guys, but
No, but yeah, I think that's a good way of like, trying to get away from a note like things that you don't notice that come off as being toxic. So,
mm, so yeah,
but,
but that's for that family toxicity. We kept it very light,
mhm.
very light, very like what people see commonly. Because I don't want to judge. I'm working on that, so I don't.
Okay, that was it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Ojalá les haya gustado este episodio, and we'll catch you on the next one. Pero para el próximo video, ¿qué queremos hacer, Stephanie?
Para otro, we want to do like a little bit of reaction to "Am I the asshole?" I really enjoy those posts, like because
Me too.
I know we said we don't want to judge, but I like judging people because they're putting it on the
No, because then, but because those are good. Like, am I the asshole? And then you just read the like, the topic, and automatically I'll be like, yeah. But then it's like you listen to be like, oof,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not even about judging, it's about like the reaction behind it. Because
yeah.
como dices tú, you read the TLDR and you're like, am I the asshole because of this? And it's like, yes. But then you
Duh.
read the story and you're like, oh no,
Oof.
maybe not.
Maybe
Yeah.
no, maybe not at all. But
It's
yeah, I think that
yeah.
would be fun. That would be exciting. Así que we'll have
It'd
to
just be
find some
like
in Spanish
fun,
because
like
I
a fun
love the
little
ones in Spanish.
oh
Have you seen the
sí.
the drama? Ay, me encanta. Las que no, las que están tratando de ser better. Yeah.
No, but it's on the internet, so it's for free. So it's
Yeah. Why?
okay.
That's why. You know what? Like when people, I love the juiciness. Like, but I don't like it when they don't put the whole thing. Like people on Facebook.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
I, I'm going to be
Cuando like
disconnecting for a little bit. Only the real ones will know, or something like that. Like I need a
oh
social
yeah,
media break. Why? Why do you need a social media break? Where are you
what's
going?
happening
And
in
then
your
people are
life?
commenting, "What's wrong? I hope you're doing good." Da, 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 da. And then message me. ¿Cómo que message me? Put it on the messages. Let me see why.
Sometimes I
Why are
wanna
you taking a break?
and like I want to comment on some of these people's posts that I don't even know or talk to.
I
Just be like,
know.
what happened? A ver si de veras me mandan el chisme.
I know
Be
because I'm
like, they'll
like,
be like, who the fuck are you?
yeah, it's like se ponen así like I remember like this is like childish, like only the real ones will know what's wrong. And da-da-da. Like, girl, why? You're
Oh,
just
this
asking
lady.
for attention, yeah, hombre. Like, why are you especially when you
Um,
post it online?
well, that's what we wanted to do for the next episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and then we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Adios.